This way. Over here.
Follow me. Follow me.
Come in and enter of your own free will. I am waiting here for you. I hear that you have been asking many questions about my long and adventurous life. So it occurred to me that, as you Americans say, you might like to cut out the middleman and hear the story directly from myself. Mirrors are such fickle things. I have no use for them. Please sit down. Do not be afraid. I will not harm you. I have already dined tonight. It began for me in 1914. I was on vacation that last summer before the Great War. I was on one of the piers in Brighton. And I met an old chum from Oxford. And he said to me, "Do you know there's going to be a war?" And I said, "Don't be ridiculous. The politicians couldn't be that insane." But it happened. And soon there were shaming recruiting posters everywhere, women handing out white feathers. Now I knew that I was a coward. I didn't want to fight, I didn't want to die. But they assured us that the war would be over by Christmas. It was absolute hell. Filth, mud, rats, death. Oh yes, lots of death. And death was always waiting to catch you. We went on trench raids. I had to shoot and stab other men. For the first time in my life, I killed. I smelled blood. And then one day, as I stood in a filthy, flooded trench, I heard a sound, an engine, a motor. I looked up and there was an aeroplane. I'd never seen one before. It flew over the battlefield like a bird, high above the carnage and destruction. A thought came to me. I volunteered to join the Royal Flying Corps. I figured it would take months to learn to fly one of those contraptions. Months that I could stay alive. But I was a natural. I learned to fly very quickly, and with barely 18 hours on my logbook, I was sent back to France, just in time to see my friends, my new comrades, cut down by the Germans in the air. I myself had a life expectancy of less than 2 weeks, or so I was told. My solution was not very heroic, but it was practical. One morning I flew over the channel. I waited until I saw a conveniently close vessel, and I ditched my aircraft in the water. I told them that my right hand had suddenly become paralyzed, and I'd lost control. And for a time, they believed me. I was sent to a hospital for officers in England, where I feigned slow progress. However, one day a rather sympathetic nurse confided to me that I had acquired a nickname. The other men were calling me the Dodger behind my back. Once again, I bought myself some extra time by turning to modern technology. I volunteered to become a tank commander. My dear mother was French, and I spoke the language rather well, so my little scheme received an unexpected benefit when I was promoted and sent to be a liaison officer with a French tank unit in a then very quiet sector in France. Alas, after several quiet months, I was informed that my French colleagues and I were expected to lead a big attack. I pretended to be elated, but of course, I was secretly terrified. It was then that my batman, Corporal Jones, came to me, and he said, "Sir, speaking frankly, I don't think you is any more eager to die than I am, and I think I've found a way out. There is a shop in the nearby town where you and the other officers go to drink and carouse, sir. It's called A. Mays and Son. If you go there, I've been told that you never fear death again." I thought it was probably a bolt hole for cowards and conscientious objectors. I went and checked it out. I couldn't have been more wrong. She was waiting for me.